London, 1888. The city is alive with the sound of horses on cobblestone streets. But in the East End, something else lurks. A killer, whose identity remains a mystery to this day, is about to earn an infamous name. Jack the Ripper, setting the stage. Whitechapel, a poor and overcrowded district in London's East End, was home to thousands of immigrants, factory workers, and sex workers. The streets were dimly lit, and crime was rampant. Poverty meant many women worked as prostitutes just to afford a bed for the night. The murders started on August 31, 1888. Marion Nichols, 43 years old, was found dead in Bucks Row, now Durward Street. Her throat had been slashed twice, and her abdomen mutilated. She had been seen alive just hours earlier, walking the streets looking for clients. Second victim just over a week later, September 8, 1888. The body of Annie Chapman, age 47, was discovered in the backyard of 29 Hanbury Street. Her throat was cut, and her body showed signs of surgical skill. Her uterus had been removed. Police began to suspect the killer might have medical training. The double event then, in the early hours of September 30th, the killer struck twice in one night. First, at 1:00 a.m., Elizabeth Stride, 45, was found in Dutfield's yard, Burner Street. She had a deep cut to her throat but no further mutilations. Police believed the killer may have been interrupted. Less than an hour later, at Mitre Square, 46-year-old Catherine Eddowes was murdered. Her face was slashed, her abdomen ripped open, and her left kidney removed. Nearby, police found a piece of Eddowes' bloody apron in Golston Street, alongside graffiti that read, "The Jews are the men that will not be blamed for nothing." The meaning remains debated to this day. The final canonical victim, if there was any doubt about the killer's brutality, the last known victim erased it. On November 9, 1888, Mary Jane Kelly, 25, was found in her room at 13 Miller's Court. She had been mutilated beyond recognition. Her face was hacked to pieces, organs removed, and body dismembered. And like the others, she was killed indoors, giving the killer more time. Letters from Jack the Ripper during the murders. The Central News Agency received haunting letters signed Jack the Ripper. The most famous, the Dear Boss letter dated September 25th, introduced a name that would echo for over a century. Whether these letters were from the killer or a hoaxer remains uncertain. The investigation. Metropolitan Police interviewed over 2,000 people, investigated 300 suspects, and took statements from over 80 witnesses. But the killer was never caught. Theories ranged from local butchers to surgeons, from foreign immigrants to members of the British upper class. Theories and legacy. Some of the most famous suspects include Montague John Druitt, a barrister and teacher; Aaron Kosminski, a Polish barber, later committed to an asylum; Prince Albert Victor, a royal family member now widely discredited. Jack the Ripper's identity remains one of history's greatest mysteries. His murders ended as abruptly as they began, leaving London gripped in fear and fascination. 5 women: Marion Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly. Their names often lost beneath the shadow of their killers. But it is their story, not his, that must be remembered. Jack the Ripper may have vanished into history, but the echoes of his crimes still haunt the streets of Whitechapel.